Do you know the story of the tortoise and the hare? If not, sit back and enjoy this timeless tale that carries a lesson for us all. Once upon a time, in a forest not too far away, a hare and a tortoise were good friends. They enjoyed each other's company, despite their differences. But one day, the hare, being the swiftest creature in the forest, challenged the tortoise to a race. The tortoise, humble and wise, accepted the challenge. The hare, with his speedy legs, couldn't help but laugh. Surely, he thought, this would be the easiest race he'd ever won. So, the race began. The hare zoomed off, leaving the tortoise in his dust. He moved so quickly, he soon couldn't even see the tortoise anymore. Thinking he had plenty of time to spare, the hare decided to take a nap under a shady tree. After all, he thought, how could the tortoise possibly catch up? Meanwhile, the tortoise kept going. He moved at his own steady pace, never stopping, never wavering. He understood that he was not as fast as the hare, but he also knew that he could not afford to stop. While the hare was busy sleeping, the tortoise slowly but surely made his way towards the finish line. And when the hare finally woke, he was shocked to see the tortoise crossing the finish line. He had underestimated the tortoise and overestimated himself. And in the end, the tortoise, slow and steady, had won the race. So what can we learn from this story? Well, there are a couple of valuable lessons. Firstly, the hare's downfall was his overconfidence. He was so sure of his victory that he fell asleep during the race. His arrogance blinded him to the fact that the race was not yet over. This teaches us that overconfidence can sometimes lead to our downfall. It's always important to respect our competitors, regardless of their abilities. Secondly, the tortoise teaches us about the power of perseverance. Despite the odds being stacked against him, he never gave up. He kept moving forward step by step until he reached his goal. This shows us that life is not always about being the fastest or the strongest. It's about who can keep going, who can stay consistent even when things get tough. So remember, just like the tortoise, always keep going. And like the hare, never let overconfidence cloud your judgment. Because at the end of the day, it's the slow and steady that wins the race.